Hey guys, and we are back. Phantom's Y here, and I think this is going to be the last segment of the Capo II Yumei's route. So, Yoshiyuki is having a hard time after the everlasting Sakura tree, was killed by oto-nee, and now he's disappearing. So, basically, the question is he going to be able to hang on? And of course, he's, in deep with Yume, so he doesn't want to leave her alone. So, let's find out what happens, shall we? I felt horrible as I woke up. My headache, my limbs, the pain in my chest, they all felt even worse than yesterday. But the worst thing was... damn it! Yume's heart, full of loneliness. That was the dream Yume had. And it was the future. The future Yume had seen. Alone. In front of the school gates. A future where she was always waiting for me. But I couldn't be there with her. Because I didn't exist anymore. That can't have been a premonition. And even if it was, I was going to change that future.
ねえ弟くん。世界中の誰からもその存在を認識されなくなってしまった人は果たして存在していると言えるのかな?
So what you were saying earlier, Dante, for whatever reason, it seems like Yume is like in the future remembering him, and like she knows that because she's seen these dreams and stuff. So don't really know why when everyone else is forgetting him, but I mean oto-nee seems to kind of be the same way. It seems like. Don't really know why, but yeah.
どうしたのゆめちゃん？なんかある？まったく最後に帰る人はちゃんと窓の鍵を閉めるよう言ってるのに。
They had both said that while standing right in front of me. I no longer existed to Mayuki-senpai and Maya. And now, even the people close to me. My heart felt like it was going to break.
兄さんは本当に後悔しない?
Yume knew about it, that it would end up like this. But even though she knew,
ちゃんと責任取ってね。ずっと私のそばにいてね。
she even smiled when she said that. She looked so happy because I had said that, even though she knew it could never be, even though she'd seen that kind of dream. She always seemed so happy and so hopeful. I can't give up. If I give up, it'll all be over. From what oto-nee said, I still exist because people's feelings for me still linger. The fact that they still think about me is the only thing that lets me remain here. I put my hand to my chest. I could feel my heart beating still. I guess I'm fine for now. I have to keep connecting with others. I forced my heavy body to get out of bed. I was resting on my bed. Everything I'd tried had been in vain. And I let out a pathetic sigh. I had walked around the island all day and talked to everyone I saw, and during that long trip, I noticed that the people who recognized me had grown even fewer. My nose was running. My lips were trembling. I'm being forgotten. My existence is steadily fading, and it really scares me. I'm going to disappear from this world. It's basically the same as dying. And really, who wouldn't be afraid of that? But the worst part is that Yume will end up all alone. I remembered yesterday's dream. She was in so much pain, and she just kept waiting for me. And I wasn't there with her. I had left Yume all alone. I heard an anxious voice and a knock on my door. I hurriedly wiped my eyes and sat up. Yeah, what's up?
ちょっと入るね。
Yume opened the door and walked into my room.
もう今日は一日中どこ行ってたの？せっかく一緒に過ごそうと思ったのに。
She was frowning as she said that. My heart skipped a beat as I saw her like that. It was the same Yume as ever. The fact that she was acting so naturally hurt so bad.
どうしたの兄さん。もしかしてまた体調悪いの？
Yume skipped over to my bed. Nah, that's not it.
でもなんか疲れた顔してる。
Yume put her tiny hand on my forehead. I could feel her warmth. I could feel how real she was. And the thought of losing that scared me so much. Yume already knows. She knows about a world where I'm gone. She's seen it in her dream. But still, she...
兄さんが元気になるためのおまじない。
This is how she usually is. She smiles just like she's doing right now. I felt her gentle lips. As I felt her gentle lips, the corner of my eye turned wet. I tried to keep them back, but the tears just started flowing. I felt so pathetic.
兄さん、どうしたの？
I'm sorry.
いや、別に謝らなくてもいいけど。
Yume, I'm so sorry. About what's going to happen. About being such a pathetic boyfriend. About promising you that I would always be by your side. Because I looked into Yume's eyes. Perhaps she could tell what I was feeling, because she let a melancholy smile show.
兄さん、笑顔だよ。
Huh?
恋人同士でいるときは笑顔じゃなきゃ。幸せなんだから。楽しい日常なんだから。だから、笑顔でいないとダメだよ。
Yume's smile shifted to being quirky.
幸せな時間を過ごすために、私は兄さんと付き合うことにしたんだから。後悔しない時間を過ごすために、私は兄さんのそばにいることにしたんだから。だから、笑顔でいてよ。今まで通り、普通でいてよ。兄さんが消えてしまうその時まで。私は、それだけで十分に幸せだから。
Yume leaned her head against my chest and let out a little sigh. We both knew it. What was happiness now would turn into pain in the future. But even so, she...
ねえ兄さん、今日は一緒に寝よう。
She was still smiling. She looked like she was happy from the bottom of her heart. And below that heart, she hid away all her sadness.
昼間兄さんが勝手に一人で出かけちゃったんだから、それくらいいいよね。
I embraced Yume, who was trembling slightly, and while feeling that familiar warmth of hers next to me, I nodded. The 31st.
兄さん、朝だよ。早く起きて。
She shook me as hard as she could. When I opened my eyes, I saw Yume, already in her school uniform, and that usual smile on her face.
ほら、早く起きないと遅刻しちゃうよ。
And that same familiar line. Yeah. I nodded and got up. I couldn't really feel the rest of my body. I was really dizzy, though. My head was so heavy it felt like someone had filled it with concrete. But I smiled and got out of bed. And then I got dressed as usual. Because Yume was there with me. Hey, we're really going to be late. If you're going to wake me up, do it so I won't have to kill myself trying to get to school on time. I over-exaggerated on purpose.
起こしたよ。何度起こしても兄さんがなかなか起きなかったんじゃない。
Yume pouted a bit. Yep, this is the same old familiar morning routine. I'd been through it lots of times, and there should have been plenty more to go around. Yep, this is working out fine. My chest hurts a bit, but I'll be fine.
じゃあ、私は先に1階に降りてるから、すぐに着替えてきてよね。
Yeah, got it. Hey, wait. I stopped Yume just as she was about to leave the room. You forgot your morning greeting.
いや、
Yume screeched to a halt, turned around, and walked up to me. And then our lips met again. It was the light touch of a kiss. Good morning, Yume.
おはよう、兄さん。
These trees sure dried up really fast.
そうだね。まあ、冬だったらこれが普通なんだけど。
Same old morning, same old winter breeze. And the same girls with fluttering skirts walking down the road. Suddenly, I saw a familiar face.
それでね、今度スタジオ入って練習しようかなと思って。スタジオって大丈夫なの？金たくさんかかったりしないかな？あれ？ココって今までスタジオ入ったことなかったっけ？うん、私はいつも音楽室で練習してるから。
Chatting away happily, they walked right past us. Hey, you guys, what are you talking about?
そっか、楽しいよ、スタジオで練習するの。うん、ちょっと興味あるかも。あ、でもギターできる人探さないと。
They didn't seem to hear me at all. As if they just passed by a cold puff of wind, they kept walking.
そうだね。いつまでもリズム隊だけじゃね。やっぱりギターは必要だよ。
They're the same as Mayuki-senpai and Maya. They didn't notice me at all. Or rather, they didn't notice my existence. I knew it'd be like this, but it was still a shock to me. I didn't think that even Nanaka and Koko would have forgotten about me quite yet.
きっと話に夢中になって気づかなかったんだよ。
Yeah, maybe.
ほら、兄さん。なんか怖い顔してるよ。
Yume pushed my cheeks up, and I somehow managed to smile.
どこかにからかいがいのある男の子転がってないかな。最近生活に刺激がなくって。自分でトラブルを起こしてみたら。嫌だよ。私はトラブルには巻き込まれたくないの。周りの人がわたわたするのを見るのが楽しいじゃない。
Akane sure is being as self-centered as usual. Hey, don't just go around causing trouble for random people. I don't mind if you make fun of me, but...
あ、もうすぐ寄れ。大丈夫。女の子には涙って武器があるんだから。あんたって本当に悩みなさそうね。そんなことないって。これでも結構悩んでるんだよ。ココちゃんはどんな人が好きなのかなとか、どうやってココちゃんをからかおうかな。
The two of them walked off, and they looked like they were having lots of fun. As I saw them walk away, I couldn't help but think about how well I thought I knew them. But I guess my existence is just too far away to reach them now. Even though I talked to them just a day or so ago. I could feel the warmth against my hand. Yume was lovingly holding my hand.
ねえ兄さん、今日は天気もいいし、学校サボって遊びに行っちゃおうか。
Yume said that as we stood right outside the school gates. Huh?
ね、そうしよう。決まり。
Yume pulled me away from the school gates, smiling with all her might.
デートだよ、デート。
She sounded so uppity. After spinning around for a bit, she went back to walking normally.
楽しい一日にしよう。
Her voice was trembling a little bit.
やっぱりちょっと目立っちゃうね。制服だと。
It was noontime in the shopping district. It was a regular weekday, but it sure was quiet. The only people wandering about were housewives and old people. I guess we did stand out in that particular crowd.
でもまあいっか。周りは周り。ねえ兄さん、最初はどこに行こうか。
Yume spun around and looked at me. Hey, is it really okay to skip school?
いいの。今日はとことん遊びたい気分なんだから。兄さんって変なところで真面目だよね。
Nah, I'm just worried about you.
大丈夫だよ。私は普段は真面目だし、成績だっていいんだから。兄さんに心配してもらうことなんて何一つありません。
She tapped her chest, full of confidence. I see.
だから今日は何も考えないで一日中デートしよう。
Alright. I nodded at Yume. We don't have a lot of time left, so I guess we can afford to skip school for one day and play around. Yume dropped a few coins in the shrine's offering box, closed her eyes, and looked really serious. I waited for a few minutes. Finally, Yume reopened her eyes. Was it that serious a wish?
内緒。他人に話すと叶わなくなりそうだから。
Oh well, that's fine.
兄さんは何かお願いしないの？
Nah, I'm good. I'm pretty sure there's no god that could grant my wish.
そっか。じゃあ次行こうか。お正月の時と違って今は露店も何も出てないし、お参り済ませたら神社ですることないもんね。
Yeah, you're right.
はい、兄さん、お待たせ。
Yume had bought a chocolate banana and came running up to me with it. Thanks, Yume. I took the chocolate banana that Yume held out to me. This one's got a pretty neat color. She'd bought me a peppermint-flavored chocolate banana. You could tell it wasn't health food from the mint color.
自分で選んだんだから文句言わないの。
I'm not really complaining. I really don't mind the chemical taste. I took a big bite out of the chocolate banana. The sweet taste spread throughout my mouth.
おいしい。
While I was eating the chocolate banana, Yume sat down next to me with a satisfied smile on her face.
チョコバナナって何回食べても飽きないよね。
True. It's good to keep a balanced diet, though. Still, it's just a regular banana with a chocolate coating, right? I wonder how much these things cost. I mean, the chocolate coating can't be that expensive to put on. Come to think of it, I should be able to make these things. I could do without paying 200 yen for these things.
ねえ兄さん。
Yeah?
兄さんが食べてるペパーミントのやつも食べてみたい。
Having said that, Yume opened her mouth. Okay, here you go. I held it out to Yume, and she bit off a piece.
あんまり味変わらないね。
Well, it all depends on your mood. It seemed like she was more interested in the color than the taste.
私のも食べてみる？いちご味。
She then held out the pink chocolate banana. I took a bite out of hers like she did with mine. It mostly tasted like chocolate and banana. This tastes more like banana than strawberry, and a bit of chocolate. I guess there's not really a lot of actual strawberry in it.
いや、雰囲気の問題だから。
Yume said that with an honest look on her face. Then we looked at each other and laughed. It was a really relaxing date.
ほら、兄さん、こっちだよ。
I chased after Yume, who was running around in high spirits. As we reached the observation point, the sun was already starting to set. The blue sky was already starting to change color from the sunset.
楽しかったね。
With her hands on the railing, she looked out at the sea. Yeah,
学校サボってデートして、お姉ちゃんにバレたら怒られちゃうね。
Yume smiled and stuck out her tongue. That's oto-nee you're talking about. Don't you think she already knows?
かもね。ああ、うちに帰ったら怒られるのかな。
Yume stretched her body in the breeze coming off the sea.
まあ、でもしょうがないか。これだけ楽しい思い出ができたんだもん。お姉ちゃんに怒られるくらい安いもんだよね。
Her voice was so quiet. She looked straight out at the ocean. It was such a beautiful scene. I just wanted to look at it forever. But, well, just tell her I forced you to tag along.
そうだね。お姉ちゃん兄さんには甘々だしね。
I could feel that our time to part was coming ever closer. That dream. I wonder when I saw that. A dream that was just like this. Me and Yume went to the shrine, we had chocolate bananas in Sakura Park, and we looked at the ocean from the observation point. I suddenly saw a cloud of doubt pass over Yume's happy expression. That was Yume's dream. That was our future. And now it's our present. I wonder how long I have left in this world. It can't be long, that's for sure. I could even sense it. Suddenly, Yume grabbed my hand. She made a slightly awkward smile, and then...
ねえ兄さん、最後にもう一箇所だけ私に付き合って。
That was all she said as the curtain fell on our happy day. The place Yume took me was to the school rooftop. The sun dyed everything red, as if it was on fire. I really didn't want to think about how similar this was to that dream. Yume lightly held down her skirt, which was fluttering in the wind, and turned around. Our eyes naturally found each other.
楽しかったね、デート。
Yeah.
ほんと楽しかった。夢だったんだ。兄さんと恋人同士になるの。小さい頃からの夢。
Her face, dyed red by the sunset, had a lonely smile on it.
でも、やっぱりそれは夢で。私はね、ずっと諦めてたの。
Her smile was so gentle, and yet so lonely.
だって、私の望みは叶わないんだもん。
My chest ached from seeing that smile.
兄さんは私のそばからいなくなっちゃうんだもん。
Hearing Yume say that, I felt so incredibly pathetic.
それが分かっていたから、私は諦めるしかなかったの。
But I couldn't do anything at all.
ずっと好きだったけど、諦めようと思ってた。
Suddenly, Yume's smile faded.
なのに、兄さんのせいだよ。ずっと気のないふりをして、自分は兄さんの妹なんだって言い聞かせて、素直になれなくて。せっかく我慢してきたのに、ずっと嘘をついてきたのに。
Yume's body was trembling slightly. I saw a small tear fall from Yume's eye.
幸せになったら後悔するって分かってたから、楽しい時間を過ごせば過ごしただけ別れが辛くなるから。そんなの痛いから。
Not being able to hold them back anymore, the tears started falling from her eyes.
痛すぎるから。だからずっと我慢してた。
That's why. She acted that way towards me. She acted like a little devil. She acted like she didn't care. But in fact, I was always on her mind. And she had always been in love with me.
でも無理だったんだよ。我慢なんてできるはずないもんね。私はこんなにも兄さんのことが好きなんだから。
Emotional words mixed up with tears were uttered on that rooftop. I love you too, Yume. I really do. I want to be together with you forever. But...
楽しかったよ。短い時間だったけど、ここ数日は本当に楽しかった。
And thus, the curtain fell.
夢が叶って幸せすぎて、ずっと大切にしていきたい時間をもらった。でもね、それももう終わり。夢はいつか覚めるもの。だからさよならだね、兄さん。
Yume said goodbye to me, just like in that dream. In the red glare of the sunset, Yume was crying. I forced myself to smile at her. I'm not worried about me. That's what I tried to tell her with that smile. And then I couldn't move. Just like that day. Just like in that dream, I couldn't do anything but stand there. What should I say? What words would Yume like to hear me say? We were always together. We grew up as siblings. We fought and we made up. We were always joking around. And then, this winter, we became lovers. She's the one for me. I love her from the bottom of my heart. She's crying right in front of me. And I can't do anything for her. I even promised her. I said that I'd be there. I said I'd be by her side forever. I said we'd go to Sakura Land next week. But even so, the wind was blowing. It blew straight through the space where we were standing. Yume's tears silently blew into the wind. Yume! I raised my voice. I couldn't even tell if my mouth was moving properly. I spoke, but I had no idea if my voice would reach her. I couldn't feel my body. I guess I'm at my limit. But I need to tell her these words. She may forget them one day. Yume may even forget that I ever existed, but Yume, I love you so much. Those were my honest feelings. I want to stay with you forever. My most precious feelings. Please don't say farewell to me. Pathetic and uncool. But those are my feelings. Yume broke down in tears. She started running over to me as fast as she could. Her fingertips. She reached out to me, and just as her fingertips were about to touch me, I'll definitely... I will change the future. And that's the end. I gotta admit, like, normally that seriously makes me tear up, but, yeah. I really like this route. There is a little bit more to it. There's an epilogue, so, you know. Even though that's the ending and there's credits, there is an epilogue, so, you know. But I really like that last scene. It gets me straight in the heart, you know? It's a wish made by the sister, which was always... I'm not sure I get it. Pretty awesome all the same. It's not actually like that. You have to kind of see more of the routes to kind of understand like what Yoshiyuki is, but since I'm just planning on doing this one, I'll go ahead and tell you. Yoshiyuki is basically, and this is sort of my interpretation of it, I could be wrong, but he's actually a dream by Sakura, who was his guardian, you know, if you watched some of the other videos, because she was all alone. And she wanted someone that would make her not alone. Basically, a child for herself, basically, was Yoshiyuki and her dream. I might be wrong about that, but that's my interpretation of what's presented. So, he's really Sakura's dream. And then he lived with Yume and Otome growing up. And then as he got older, they moved him out and he lived with Sakura. Epilogue. And I'm not going to narrate this because it's Yume, and it would totally kill the effect if I tried to voice Yume.
Yume-chan, 朝だよ。最上級生になったんだから、少しはきちんとした生活をしなくちゃダメだよ。いや、大丈夫だってば。あと5分くらい。ダメだよ。最上級生は下級生のお手本にならなきゃいけないんだから。のほほんとできた2年生の頃とは違うんだからね。はーい。おはよう、夢。どうやらまた同じクラスになったみたいだな。本当ですか？また1年楽しくなりそうですね。今年もよろしく頼む。ええ、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
Hey, sorry, did you wait long?
兄さん、さっき来たところだよ。
Really? What's wrong?
いや、男子って本校でも制服変わらないんだって思って。
Well, it's just my clothes.
なんかちょっと残念。
Too bad, you say. Would you rather I was wearing something else?
いや、別に。何を着ても兄さんは兄さんだし。
Man, you're not being very cute. I was thinking that maybe you'd say you want to see me in a blazer, or in one of the girls' uniforms.
いや、ブレザーはともかく女子の制服着た兄さんなんて見たくないし。
I don't either. And I always wanted to try one on, too.
兄さん。
Just kidding. Anyway, you feel like going somewhere?
じゃあ、あったかくなってきたし、桜公園でクレープ食べない？
Yeah, okay.
赤だ、私。
You catch on there?
夢？ う